Hey guys, what's going on? Scott here. The Furriers channel is coming at you with another video today, and today we're kind of late to the party on this one because we had to wait for a re-release on the Power Princess to finish out the Squadron Supreme. So this one's we've been kind of sitting on for a while, just because, as you know, on the aftermarket to try to purchase the Princess, people were charging quite a bit for. I seen anywhere from $80 to $100, in box for the figure. I didn't really see any loose ones. Not that I remember really looking. I'm sure they probably would have been $50 to $60 loose, but we finally finished it. It took quite a while, just kind of playing the long game on this one for sure, because those two packs, I look down because they're in the floor over here, and those took a while because I didn't purchase them right when they came out. I got one on sale, and then I think one at Ollie's, so they were pretty cheap that way compared to the full price on them. But this is one of those teams where I had some of the comic books, but I didn't really get into Squadron Supreme. I remember Hyperion. I thought it was an interesting looking character just because it's kind of the Marvel's character that kind of makes you think of like this is a kind of a ripoff of Superman a bit. He was from another planet, I believe. Um, and then Power Princess obviously makes us think of Wonder Woman. So I thought what we would do is before we open this, see what kind of information we have on Power Princess and maybe some info on Squadron Supreme. So it says Squadron Supreme is a superhero team. Marvel Comics, they first appeared in Avengers number 69 in 1969. That's funny. They were created by Roy Thomas and Sal Buscemi. The Squadron Supreme was intentionally designed as Marvel's parallel versions of the Justice League from DC Comics. Each member loosely mirrors a famous DC hero. So we have Hyperion, which is Superman, Power Princess, Wonder Woman, Nighthawk, Batman, Dr. Spectrum, Green Lantern, and the Wizard, which is like the Flash. So let's see. The Power Princess is the one we're going to be unboxing today, whose name is Zarda. It's a Zarda. I don't know if I said that right. The Wonder Woman counterpart. Her code name is Power Princess, affiliation Squadron Supreme, home world Earth 712, warrior princess, and she is the powerhouse of the team. Let's see what her abilities are. Superhuman strength comparable to Hyperion in some versions. Flight, near invulnerability, enhanced speed and agility, and master warrior training. She also carries a magical weapon called the Power Prism, which enhances her power and can fire energy blast. She, Zarda, Power Princess, comes from a hidden ancient civilization, sometimes called Utopia Isle, a clear parallel to Wonder Woman's Themyscira. She was raised as a warrior princess and champion of her people. Eventually, she leaves the island to join the outside world, and she becomes a founding member of the Squadron Supreme, fighting threats that endanger their world. Unlike some versions of Wonder Woman, Power Princess is often portrayed as more aggressive and battle-hardened. Her famous 1985 Squadron Supreme story, one of the most famous miniseries, is Squadron Supreme, written by Mark Grunwald. The plot: team decides to take over the United States to create Utopia. They wanted to eliminate crime, controlling weapons. So this came out in 1985, so it's kind of like Marvel was doing this, like what DC did with, I forgot what story it was, where the Justice League turned and Superman became like a dictator kind of thing. My mind's going blank on that one, but kind of the same thing there. I do know, like Hyperion made an appearance on the Avengers cartoon, the newer one that's on Disney. It wasn't, I don't think it was like a Disney release on Disney Plus. It's been out for a while, but he was kind of a bad guy. Like he was kind of like what they said, he was the one trying to make a utopia society, and no one agreed with him. And I think he like lost all of his other team members and stuff. So, what was the name of that Justice League story? Okay, so I kind of got lost in my thoughts there. It was Injustice, Gods Among Us. So I just looked it up to see what it said. Both stories explore similar big ideas. What happens when superheroes decide they know what's best for the world and they start controlling it. Um, Squadron Supreme, there isn't one traumatic moment. Instead, this is called a trigger event. After a consistent global disaster, the team decides democracy isn't solving the problem fast enough. Led by Hyperion, they launched the Utopia program. So, in Justice, the turning point, there was a little more detail to it. And this story, the DC did obviously, I think, hit harder and was better than what they did with Squadron Supreme. Obviously, Joker tricked Superman into killing Lois Lane and their unborn child, which is crazy. This also detonates a nuclear bomb that destroys Metropolis. After this, Superman kills Joker, declares the world must be controlled to prevent chaos, and creates a regime. So we all know that story. I think we do. So pretty interesting. I didn't really know that part of it, but like it just dawned on me when I was thinking about it. I was like, that kind of reminds me of what DC did, but this was before DC did it. So they're a little ahead of the curve, but I think DC did it better. I like. There's quite a few DC stories like that. I do like. Just like that whole Metal series they did was pretty good. I really enjoyed that. So, but let's go ahead and switch over and open the figure up and check it out. All right, so here we are. We're going to pop this bad boy open. I don't know if we really need to read anything off the back because we just went over some stuff. What it does say, it's very short. Power Princess uses her extraordinary strength and skill to protect Earth alongside the other members of the Squadron Supreme. So, typical box fashion with Marvel Legends that we get now. In this wave, I'm trying to think of what I'm missing. I am missing the Black Panther on this wave, but it didn't have a Build-A-Figure piece. Namorita, and the Crystar guy, and this other fella, I can't remember his name. I don't know if it says all their names on here anywhere. I don't see anything. Used to they'd have all the names of everybody. Oh, yeah, it does. What is it? New Warriors Justice. I'm surprised I didn't remember that. I knew he. I think I remember that with New Warriors. I don't know if he was like an original member from that first run of the New Warriors. I could be wrong. It's been a long time, but those are the ones I'm missing to finish the Void Build-A-Figure. I might finish them if I see them at Ollie's. If I don't, whatever. So, but anyways, let's get this bad boy open. All right, so we got her out of the box, and all the goodies we have. We got the Build-A-Figure pieces, which we got some legs. There we go, right there. And we have her shield, which doesn't look too bad. Check that out there. Got a little arm clip there. Typical stuff. And then we have another pair of hands. We have one kind of open hand, and then we have one fist. So we only got one fist with this figure. And then we get the Power Princess sword. So it looks kind of good. It kind of makes me think more of like some Masters of the Universe, a little bit of like that new Masters, the Universe He-Man, the weird one that no one really liked that came out like later, right after the cartoon. Whenever they tried to make He-Man a little smaller and stuff, that sword kind of reminds me of that. So, and we get Power Princess out of the box here, and it looks really good. A lot of people seem to like this figure. Some people that got it were interested in kind of trying to make this into a Wonder Woman. Um, Kind of funny how this figure was hard to get, and another figure that was hard to get, which I still haven't been able to get, was the Wonder Woman from DC Multiverse. I know I did say that after this last few pickups of DC from McFarlane, that might be it for me, but I kind of forgot that Wonder Woman. I still would like to get that one. I did see on Big Bad they had the Wonder Woman with the Godzilla, but I don't know if that's the same Wonder Woman. The head sculpt looked a little bit different, so I don't know if I want that one. And I don't want to spend almost $80 for a box of Godzilla and Wonder Woman, which I guess, and I have no use for the Godzilla, which I'd probably just give to my son if I bought that, but I'm still not spending $80 to get one figure. So, and I haven't seen much of anything, what we say, awesome about those, like the Godzilla and the King Kong figures that McFarlane did. Just limited articulation. Just hadn't heard a lot of good stuff. So in the box, the Godzilla looks good, but that's not for me. So, but back to the figure here. This is all pinless, of course. I'm trying to think. The we got some ankle twists there. I was kind of thinking that this was loose, her little shin bracer thing there, but no, it's all one piece. That whole thing turns, which is kind of funny because you turn it all the way around and you can see your knee. So I don't think that's going to give it any problems though. So this looks kind of weird when it's bent all the way out, but if this was a real outfit, that's kind of how it would work. It wouldn't stay with your knee like that unless it was just like one piece strapped to your knee. This is obviously connected to the boot. Uh, this one for female, they didn't give us the flat feet that they usually have, like on the Black Widow. These are kind of boots. So I have a feeling that this one is going to be one of those ones that's not going to want to stand real good. So kind of a sacrifice. The boots do make it look cooler, but they don't. It's hard to get them to stand sometimes in these big boots. So, but then you get the ones where, like the Black Widow, everything looks really good, but then you go down to the feet, and it's kind of like you're just wearing like, are those boots? What's going on there? So I don't know. It just looks to me. It always looks kind of weird, especially with figures like that. But this looks cool. But we're kind of, as you can see already, we're going to need. Oh, there we go. No, she didn't make it. We're going to need some kind of foot business to help out here. Um, and one thing about Marvel Legends is a lot of the stands that I get that I like bought at the toy store, the pegs are too big. So, but some of them that fits, some of it doesn't. So we don't really have a universal hole all the time when it comes to the feet, but we do have holes down there to try to see if that works. I think even like McFarlane's, I've tried using those, and some of those pegs are just too little. Like it doesn't hold. Like I tried using them for that Ultron, the movie version of Ultron, doesn't work. So, but other than that, as you can see here, everything on here is attached. Even her wrist bracers, they don't come off. She's got that one ab crunch there, right in the middle, on a ball. No waist twist, so very unfortunate on that. But the top does twist. Some of them we've been getting that little ab crunch and the ball joint up top there. This one just that. That's all she's got. Which I guess I don't know. I mean, do I need the waist twist? If you want to get in like some cool poses, yeah, you're probably going to need to. But it's kind of whatever with me. So I think it's kind of a lot of people probably seen that. It was just like, oh, that kind of sucks. So, but yeah, looks really good. This is a good pickup if you want to get the Squadron Supreme team all together. I finally completed mine. I don't know how many years that was. It took a year or 2 years, whatever it was. How long have they been coming out? So, but head sculpt looks really good. She's very stoic. Got a little necklace. I don't know if you can see that very well up close. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Was this a pickup for you? Did you get yours ordered? I'm not sure if they're all out or not. I haven't looked. That I got mine on Big Bad. It was boom, boom, boom. That came and there it went. Kind of been sitting on pre-order for a while, but it finally came in. So, but yeah, that's it on that one. If y'all could just like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and I guess I'll see y'all later.